Welcome back. What's up, guys? How are you today?
Good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm
Fantastic.
I'm so good.
Welcome back to what we learned this week. Another fantastic episode with fantastic topics.
Episode 9. What up?
9.
You know who it is?
We actually know this episode this time.
Hey, we had to bet on the last episode.
Is that right?
Of what episode number the last one was.
What was it?
It was 8.
It was 8.
But we didn't know if it was 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you all could tell, Jake and Drake are here, and we're finally have our wonderful Walker back.
Oh, I know. It's been so long.
week
long.
without him.
My baby boy!
God, no. We were lost without you, Walker. Walker is obviously the owner of a very, very special company.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so special.
So I am the company of TalkTour. TalkTour is a smart home medical assistant. It allows you to book appointments with healthcare providers through Amazon Alexa. So if you guys are interested in helping out, be sure to tell your doctors and dentists and chiropractors to go sign up at www.talktor.co, and that's spelled TALKTOR. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Love it. Great. Get your proctologist involved.
Mm-hmm.
Get them all. Wait, is
You
the
can do that.
proctologist
You
the
can
one?
do that. Like, hey.
Proctologist is the one that does the butt, right?
That is the butt.
That is
the
the butt,
butt.
yeah.
Butt sluts.
Yeah.
All right.
For all your butt slut needs.
Anyways, now that our
Does that
little
make you a butt slut? The doctors.
Personally, I don't know if this is bad, but I've actually never been to a proctologist.
neither have I. You're not supposed to go till you're 40. I
Yeah,
think.
then I'm good.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm golden.
Like, my family's prone to cancer, man.
All right, so Drake's going weekly, basically, and I don't even think it's because
He shows
he wants
up.
to get checked up anymore. I think he's just a butt slut.
No, when I
He
turned
shows up and
24,
gets checked out, and then the guy leaves. He's like, "Okay, your doctor will be in shortly."
Oh my god.
we were actually giving a buddy of mine at work a bunch of shit because he went in for a colonoscopy. And, they put him under anesthesia and they do the whole fucking check him out. And it's just, I don't know, that age-old fucking, like, they knock you the fuck out. You wake up with a sore ass and a condom hanging out your butt.
God.
And suddenly you got a clean bill of health.
Heyo.
Just smelling like shame.
Yeah, whatever.
That whole operating room just smells like shit.
And now you can schedule those appointments with the Alexa app, or Alexa, and then you just be like, yo, call up that proctologist. I want to get my butt checked.
There you go.
I'm going to bring it up. Every time TalkTour gets brought up, that's the only thing I'm
You
going to
just go straight for the butt stuff. I appreciate
Just
that.
butt checking. Oh, God. Anyways, we should probably bring up the other exciting news
Yes.
that was presented earlier this week.
Dun, dun, dun,
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
We are running a contest.
Yes.
Oh, snap. Snap. Some of you probably might have already seen it on our Facebook page. I think we released it earlier this Friday at noon.
Yep.
For those of you that don't know, it's a contest that we decided to run for a first of its kind t-shirt.
Oh, man.
Oh, snap. It's pretty cool, too.
Yeah, it looks pretty
It's
snazzy.
a gray shirt. It'll have the acronym of the show on the left, like breastplate, I guess. And then on the back will be the logo of the podcast, obviously. So if you want to enter to win that shirt, there's 3 ways to do it. Drake, what's one of those ways?
One of those ways is to leave a recommendation on our Facebook, and that will get you 1 entry into said contest.
Leave that review, son. 5 stars, 4 stars, whatever. That'll give you an entry.
Preferably 5 stars.
Preferably 5. Another way, you can leave a review on our iTunes page. Same thing, just 5-star it up. Leave a little comment on there. And then, the biggin'.
Uh-oh.
The biggin'. If you join our Patreon page, which links will be provided, at any level, if you join, you get 5 whole entries into this contest.
Whole entries.
That puts you miles ahead of people that just do the review. I'm just saying, this is a comfortable shirt, folks.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This shirt, you walk out in this shirt, people are going to be like, yo, that guy or girl fucks. Like, I'm just saying, it's a good shirt.
That
It's
is
a good
5
shirt.
hole entries. And get this, Jake doesn't even have 5 holes. So.
I don't even have 5 holes to enter.
That's repetition.
Yeah, that means you're entering at least 1 or 2 of my holes multiple times. 5 whole entries, guys. Oh my God, awesome. Well, now that we got that out of the way,
Yeah.
let's get to the show, folks.
The nitty gritties.
Oh, snap. So,
The nitty gritty titty committee.
itty titty committee. That's awesome. I like that. I'm gonna make that's the next shirt
Next
right
show,
there.
Yeah, I like it.
So, I thought I'd change it up a little bit this week.
Yeah.
I came up with a couple interesting questions that I want to
Those are my
ask you
favorite.
guys. Yeah.
That's actually, I prefer questions.
Yeah, right?
I
They make
like
it
to be
fun.
asked
Yeah,
questions.
we get to learn what we learned this week. We get to learn about, us. That's it. I get to learn about you guys and how fucked up you are.
I suddenly feel like...
The answer is very.
It's very, very
Well,
fucked
we
up.
already know I'm fucked up. So
Well,
that's
yeah,
cool.
obviously. All right, you
Talk
guys
to me after
ready?
a few more of these beers and we'll see what happens.
Oh, snap. 6 more.
Yeah.
All right,
Pull that keg in here.
you guys ready for the first question?
Yeah.
This is a doozy.
Go ahead.
All right,
The answer's 3.
You're answering first, Walker.
Oh, shit.
all right. Would you rather be remembered for 100 years for your paintings or for your music, and why?
Music.
All right.
By far.
Why?
Because, like, I don't know. Personally, I have much more of a connection to music than I do with art. And so if that's what I'm more passionate about, that's what I want to be remembered for.
That's true.
And also, I'm a musician on the side, so
Yeah,
it's
that's kinda true.
Oh yeah, additional plug.
Dude,
So
please.
I'm also in a band here in Beloit called the Justin J Trio. Hit us up for all your music needs. So.
Hell yeah.
And they're fucking good. That's not even a plug. That's just I've gone and listened to them, and they're fucking good.
I
Yeah,
was
thank you
super
so
upset
much.
that I missed the last one.
Oh dude, we're playing. I think we're supposed to be playing tomorrow, but I have to work.
Drake won't make it.
Yeah.
He's
No.
gotta sleep.
Son of a bitch, Drake.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. We'll figure out one of these days. Where we
Yeah,
can do a show.
absolutely.
It'd be great.
Absolutely.
So,
Let's do a
Keep us
private
posted
show.
on your gig list and stuff like that. We'll definitely.
Gig list. Not to be
maybe-
confused with a gag list.
So I have a
Made
J
that
here
mistake
under the
once.
butt slap tab. So.
All right, Drake. What about
You
you?
have to wear a shirt that says butt slut.
Butt slut.
This guy here. I'm
With
on
my
the list.
face.
I'm on the
Thumbs
list.
up in my face. Yeah.
All right, Drake. What is it? Paintings or music? 100 years.
I have to agree with Walker with the connection to music, but for my own personal little twisted ends, is I would love to be really well known for art,
All right.
but in the complete opposite way of my actual meaning for my paintings. I think that'd be the coolest.
So like you have
fucking
one meaning that's like
contrast.
super shallow, but everybody thinks it's super deep.
No, but like just even like the context of paintings. I feel like that's got to be such a fun concept for artists.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously some of them aren't going out of their way to like, well, I'm gonna totally fuck with people, but like, if you were to make a painting and they were to like the critics or people who are really, really in depth with the art community and stuff, who are really well renowned, critics, best way to describe it. Were to totally botch what they think that painting meant, like I would feel so much satisfaction out of that. Just being like, yeah.
Because it's like your own little inside joke with
Exactly.
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, that makes sense. You're basically Banksy at this point.
Exactly,
Yeah.
dude.
So.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I had the know-how for street art like that,
Oh, yeah.
fuck me, dude.
Yeah.
I definitely would have wanted to go ahead with that.
Yeah,
that
that'd
makes
be pretty
sense.
good.
But-
I like it. I see advantages to both.
Yeah.
Personally, I didn't even think about the answer to this question.
Why are you wasting our time? No, I'm kidding.
I think I'd have to go music
Yeah.
only
You
because
just got a piano.
You got piano?
Yeah.
You ever played piano before?
Oh no.
I will teach you.
my secret is out. So
I will. I've been playing for 12 years.
made
I got you.
an extremely, what do you call that?
Impromptu.
Impromptu decision.
Yeah, whatever you call it. Impulse buy.
Impulse.
Yeah.
There you go.
I bought a kind of shitty keyboard.
Oh, man.
Like we're talking like.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the only reason I bought it so I could teach myself to play super shitty jingles.
Dude, that's perfect.
That's it.
That's
That's all I want to do.
You could rewrite your next jingle for
I
this
could.
podcast.
That's what we were
Just
talking
saying.
about.
Yeah.
But no, I would say music, not because of the piano. I think music can be archived easier for the masses than paintings can be.
Yeah, I feel like music, it gets absorbed by way more people than art does.
And I think art has a lot of meaning, but I think there's also people that are super into art that are like art galleries and stuff almost seem like, I don't want to, like, they seem pretentious. You know what I mean?
I go to art galleries.
I do too. I'm just saying, like, people that are in the art world, like, look at, what's that? There's a movie that came out on Netflix, Velvet Buzzsaw.
They found that,
It was like everyone in there depicts what
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, it depicts like what the public thinks of people that are in the art.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, see, it's not even just that, but the art world is actually secretly super corrupt.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, I kind of knew that.
It's really like I watched some YouTube video on it a couple of weeks ago, and it was really
that
really
bodes well.
Yeah, but basically it was talking about how like the value of art is just based on the people that are selling the art.
Exactly.
So they can say like, oh, this painting's worth $1 million. So if you like it, like, oh, we'll cut you a deal. We'll sell it to you for like $750,000.
But guess what? It's worth a fucking dollar.
It's like some ketchup stand that somebody spilled like on their shirt.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like a white blank canvas. Yeah, this is worth $1 million.
Yeah.
But there's texture.
You guys ever see that Daredevil TV show by chance? Wilson Fisk, he has this white painting that's called Rabbit in a Snowstorm, and it's just white. That's all
Oh my god, I love it. I love
But
it.
that's somebody somewhere bought that.
Yeah.
Oh god,
That's a real thing. Yeah.
They felt that had meaning, that there was substance behind that.
Yep. And given there were like textures and stuff in it, but that's all it is. It's just white with texture.
Yeah.
So
That's too funny.
it's weird.
It's fucked up.
Art is a weird. Like I just don't comprehend art as well as other people. And given the fact like I haven't been to go see like the Mona Lisa or anything, like you only ever see pictures of it, but I'm sure it's a much different experience seeing it in person.
I think
Oh, yeah.
it would be super cool to experience like the emotional feedback that some people get from art, because like for a painting to have that effect on somebody, I want to experience that. Like, is that real, or are they
Well, I think
upplaying
there
that?
was,
You know what I mean? Because like music, it makes sense. Somebody can
Right.
listen
But
to
it
a
makes
song and
instant
it
sense.
causes an emotional reaction.
And if you don't like it, you know that immediately.
Yeah.
I get goosebumps continuously if I find new music and
But
shit.
like
I
a
throw on
painting-
Spotify list and just.
Like a painting, I want to experience that because it doesn't seem real to me. It seems like you know what emotional reactions to paintings are to me. It's like what do you call not psychics, but the ones that like bring people on stage.
Mediums. Oh no.
And they like trick them into
Hypnotists.
hypnotists.
Yeah.
Like I think of emotional reactions to paintings as hypnotism. Like I just don't think it's real. I think it's just an act.
See,
so I
I've
want
had-
to experience it.
I actually saw the Rembrandt, what's called the thing that was going on at the Milwaukee Art Museum a couple years ago, and I had like an emotional reaction to some of the paintings there.
Damn.
Like,
Dude,
you just sit
there
there
was-
and you just like stare at me.
That's
like,
intense.
It hits home.
I was gonna.
Like,
That's
right
so
here.
weird.
It's so weird because I've never had an experience like that before, but it happens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like what was it? My sister and I just recently went to the Chicago Art Institute, and we went and just because they had a bunch of exhibits that just opened up, and they redid a portion of I can't remember which wing. I think it was the modernism wing, and we were out there, and they happened to have the original blue era. What is it? The self-portrait of Van Gogh.
Oh, really?
So we
yeah.
went in there and dude, like seeing pictures of it growing up because it's an iconic fucking
Right.
painting.
Yeah.
I have never seen hues so deep in blue
That's so crazy.
because there's no black. There is no black in that painting. All of
Really?
all of the shading, and everything
It's
is
blues.
blue.
That's weird.
It's
I need to
different
look at a
hues of
picture.
blues, and it is the craziest because
gotta-
like you never notice it.
I
Like
gotta watch
looking
that.
at a picture
I looked at that.
doesn't do it justice because it's such a contrast, and versus seeing it with the lighting and everything else of that room.
Interesting.
And that was outside of a couple of my sister's favorite artists. What was it? I wish I remembered her name. But she was infamous for the flowers.
Oh,
There
that
was,
looked
a
like
controversy.
vaginas?
Yeah, but they weren't vaginas.
Yeah.
They were saying that she's like a feminist.
And she never met- yeah.
Huh? Wait, who?
It's I don't remember her name either, but she drew
Free-
like,
Free to Kite-
my sister's gonna
Kite-
kick my ass, so I can't
Yeah, I
remember
don't
her name.
fucking
Sounds
remember.
right. Is this the painting you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Because that, like,
Oh yeah.
it is unbelievable.
It is kind of crazy to think that there's no black in this picture because it looks super dark.
Yeah. That's all blue.
That's great.
Well, this actually kind of leads into the next question too.
Oh, perfect.
So this one's gonna take a second, I think, for you guys.
Okay.
All right, let me see if I can describe this. How to describe it? Name your number one favorite thing for all 5 of your senses. So your favorite thing to smell, your favorite thing to hear, your favorite thing to feel, all of them.
Fuck.
I need one for each sense.
It's all boobs.
It's all,
You can hear boobs?
Yeah, you can hear boobs.
Titty stank.
Titty stank.
No, that's a good question. I don't think I've ever had to come to
Right?
terms with that.
I thought about that the other day when I was writing show notes, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Wow, that's actually pretty deep.
All right, Drake, what do you got? What you got?
Sight would definitely be the sunrise.
All right.
That is my number one favorite thing. That comes from way back when
Yeah.
I was younger. There's a lot of memories doing that. Taste.
What is it? Come on. I told you this one's going to be rough. Is it a food? Pussy.
I was supposed to really do it.
No, I mean,
Somebody had to say
it
it.
was really tough to not just say that out front.
I was
but-
gonna be like, penis.
Jesus. But I think taste-wise, my most nostalgic taste would have to be the chicken enchiladas that my mom makes.
Alright.
And she's made those since I was little, like really fucking little. And like just thinking about them, I can taste them. Like I remember
See,
what they
that's a
taste
good
like.
one. All right. So what do you got? You got sight and
Sight,
you got taste.
taste.
So smell.
Smell. There's a very, very particular smell. It's like right after a rain,
Oh,
but
yeah.
when the grass is just cut, so it's like a mixture of like that moist, like dense air, and then that fresh, just like dirt, natural smell of that.
Fun fact. Do you know what that smell is when grass is freshly cut?
Pollen?
No, it's actually the grass itself sending out a distress signal to the rest of the foliage. It's an actual distress
awakening?
signal.
That is terrifying.
It's
That's
the
the awakening.
terpenes, and it's them like actually like it's basically like them yelling to the rest of the
The
foliage.
grass is like,
Isn't that fucking crazy?
They're killing us!
That's nuts.
That's
And it's
wild.
cool because like I don't know why I've looked into this, but it's really fucking cool. Is they've actually seen that through root systems, trees can talk to each other. They've shown almost like a brain synopsis between roots
Dude,
and
everything's
trees
connected.
talking to each other.
We touched
That's
on this the last time we was
fucking
here.
nuts.
Dude.
So what you're saying is that
Everything's
M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening is like a real
It's
thing.
a real fucking thing. We're all dying.
But the movie was so bad.
Yeah, it was so terrible.
The next image, me just inhaling grass ovens.
All right. Anyway, sorry.
Lawnmower.
I didn't mean to get off track.
No,
so,
you're good.
No, that is
so you got
I
that.
didn't
So,
know that.
so,
That's
so what do we got? We got feel and we got
So
what was it? That's only 4, right? Feel would be the 4th. What's the last one?
it's what?
You got sight, you got smell, you got taste, feel.
Here.
Here,
and then
you got sound
so
and feel left.
Sound and feel. Sound would probably have to be. I'd say popping a knuckle. I think that's like
Really?
the most
Interesting.
satisfying. I mean, because I can't say I have the privilege of like my child's laugh or like in something
that's
something
gay
cool like
anyways.
that. But like, oh well, I'm gonna retract that answer. But no, I think like that for me is like the most satisfying. Like a really good
Like a deep pop.
like yeah, nothing like when I do thumbs like.
Yeah,
like, that
there
was
it
just-
is.
Was that your,
There it is.
Jesus Christ.
You do the.
Yeah.
I can't crack my fingers.
Really?
It just doesn't work.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I can crack them all
Just works.
many times. So
I never used to.
Oh God! What happens?
it's broken. All right. So favorite thing to feel.
To feel, you know, I'm gonna have to say tit. Like that is like I can't help
he goes titty.
I can't help it because like there are really niche things that I really enjoy feeling. Like what is it? Have you guys ever rolled a dandelion stem
Oh,
on
yeah.
your fingers? Like that
And it gets
feeling?
the gel.
All kind of splits and stuff.
It splits and it's really like jelly and like that's a really good one. But I think like
A tit.
a
A
tit.
real good
It's
tit.
just like not even like playing around with it. So just like holding
A tit, yeah.
Like the weight is perfect.
It's like a stress ball.
The texture, well, yeah, but it's just like there's something comforting about it. Like it's just comfortable to like.
Well, it's because you suckled on your mommy's teat when you were a child, so it's
Well,
an
that would make
automatic
sense.
Yeah, that's some Freudian.
comfort, right? That's a
Yeah.
Freudian type bullshit.
Yeah.
That's
like-
Freudian type bullshit.
Yeah.
Like sleeping in the fetal position.
Right, yeah.
Nice, interesting one.
Yeah, that is interesting.
All right, Walker, you've
Okay.
had a second to think, so let's
Let's
start.
see.
Let's go. Taste.
Taste. Okay, so my mom makes these cinnamon rolls. So they're special cinnamon rolls though because not only
Yeah.
are they're also
Okay.
yeah, it's for real. So not only are they made by hand, so completely by scratch.
Nice.
She also throws espresso into the frosting.
Like into the frost.
Yeah, espresso and maple into the frosting. And
That
it's-
sounds amazing.
I'll bring you guys some.
I was gonna say, whenever she makes some more of those, you let us know.
Like they are like I don't know. They're
I'll pay for a dozen.
best cinnamon rolls
Yeah.
I've ever had in my life. So that's a childhood memory for me.
That
That's
sounds
pretty cool.
amazing.
That sounds like good.
If, you,
All right,
if anybody knows Val out there, then you know her cinnamon rolls. So
shout out to Val with
shout
them
out to
cinnamon
Val.
rolls.
Valerie.
All right, so smell.
Smell. Okay.
Mom's cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, all right. I can do this all day. No. I really like the smell like after it rains. Like it just like if you're like out like in a wooded area and it just it's
yeah.
raining and you get like
Wet-
the whole like wet foliage smell.
Dude,
that's, like, my
nature
favorite.
provides. man.
Nature's fucking dope.
Nature's fucking dope. It's the name of the episode. Nature's
what you
fucking
just
dope.
Dope.
All right.
Welcome back, baby. Like the old cartoons, it just like
Yeah,
floats in your nose.
Favorite sound.
Favorite sound. That's a hard one for me.
Really good mac and cheese.
I'm not gonna go there.
No. All right. So favorite sound. Like a 3-piece string, or no, like a 4-piece string quartet.
All right.
Honestly, there's nothing better than that. Or either that, or like a really high-pitched soprano opera singer.
Nice.
I don't know what it is about
That's
that, but it's just
interesting.
instant beauty to my
Dude,
ears.
I definitely there's such a crazy level of just connection or like emotional response. Like not even emotional, but like your body just reacts, especially the quartet. Like when they harmonize.
Oh, it just works. Something about that harmony.
My Lanta.
Yeah.
And actually, I find it really interesting how they use dissonance a lot in these
yeah.
chords a lot as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
And so, like the separation of the harmony there really kind of like adds a whole different perspective to music.
It's almost
For
like a
sure.
third part of the harmony.
Yeah,
It's like a ghost harmony. almost
Exactly.
that they
Yeah.
add
Well,
to it.
like because you'll switch up between like a couple songs and then they'll throw like a minor chord in there, and then
Right.
that dissonance causes like just something in your brain to kind of just like snap into music and really.
Yeah,
goes
it is
right
kind of
back in.
nice. You're right.
So-
it is nice.
It's different. I don't know. I'm huge into music theory and stuff, so I can go into
For
detail,
sure.
but I won't right now because it's
Oh, we'll go into that later. Then.
cool.
All right. So what do we got?
So it's three-
Smell or no? Sound.
Sound.
No. You
we
just did sound. Smell. Yeah, smell. Yeah, do smell.
No, that was the smell of the.
Oh yeah. What the fuck? We got feel and what's the other one?
See-
Taste.
see-
Taste.
Sight and
Oh, sight. Sight.
And
Yeah,
we
you
did
got
taste
sight.
because that was the cinnamon roll.
So sight and feel is what
Sight
you
and
got left.
feel. Okay.
So sight.
Sight. Let's see here. That's a hard one. I really like just like looking at the ocean and looking at stuff under the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
That shit always just blows my mind. Honestly, just like
There's a world, man.
seeing like the weird stuff that lives at the bottom of the ocean blows me away.
the blobfish.
Because it's like, yeah. Also, that thing's a fucking goblin, and
Yeah.
I love it.
Fucking
That was a
gross.
man that went into the ocean a long time ago. Somehow survived.
Do you
Yeah.
know
Just, like,
if you've
slugging
eaten
around down there.
what is it? Not cod. Yeah, cod. If you have eaten cod, there's like a 90% chance you've eaten blobfish.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Because there's a. All right, I heard about this on another podcast, and I'm not trying to go off on a rant, but there is a secret cod crisis that is occurring in this planet that nobody's talking about.
I had no idea.
Yes,
What?
there is a cod crisis, and a lot of the cod that is sold in markets is not actually cod.
Really?
Yes, it's fucking nuts. I looked into this because I heard it on another podcast and I thought it was just a joke. It's not. This is like an actual thing that nobody's talking about. Cod are being outfished.
Really?
Like one of the most abundant fish
Yeah.
is being completely wiped out.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Craziness. Also, what's the other one? Oh, scallops. A lot of scallop. I think it's scallops. I think it's scallops. There's like a crazy high percentage of scallops that are actually stingray.
Really?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
That's strange.
Yep. Also, in Asia, I don't wait. Which is the ocean that is by Asia or by China? I mean, not China.
That's
not China.
That's Pacific.
Is that Pacific over there in that whole region? Fuck my geography skills. Okay. So
Well, I can't talk shit.
I don't remember if it's
Mediterranean.
I don't know. I think that's So that's the one. It's illegal to fish Pacific salmon. Then I think,
Okay.
but Atlantic salmon you can fish for. Well, little do we know, like 45 to 50% of salmon sold in the world is actually Pacific cod that is marketed as Atlantic, or Pacific salmon is marketed as Atlantic salmon. So we're eating illegal fish because they're being outfished in the Pacific or wherever. It's fucking crazy, dude. The fishing world is a fucking conspiracy. It's nuts. I don't mean to go all Alex Jones, but there is some crazy shit occurring, man.
They're turning the frogs.
Like, hashtag cod conspiracy. That's all I'm saying. It's a real thing.
I'll have to
Looked
into
into
that,
it.
'cause
Cod of
that's-
duty.
Cod of duty.
Also, I'm not going to say the place that we used to work together, but have you ever seen the monkfish before?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that fish is absolutely fucking terrifying. Look at that thing.
I
That's what a
did not
monkfish-
know it looked like that.
It looks like an anglerfish got.
No
curb
wonder they
stomped.
call it the poor man's
Oh, yeah.
lobster.
It literally looks like an anglerfish got curb stomped. Like this thing is a
That's
flat,
disgusting.
terrifying creature of disaster.
Gross.
But it tastes amazing.
So good.
It
It
tastes
tastes so
buttery
good.
and like dense and so good.
Poor man's lobster.
Yeah. But
All right, sorry.
So-
we got off topic. I'm
so-
sorry. Cod crisis had me going
It's
deep down the
something to
rabbit
talk
hole.
about.
Oh yeah, I think I had one more.
You had
as
feel.
well. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm super easy when it comes to feel. A hot towel after a shower,
Damn.
best feeling in the world.
Dude.
So like a soft hot towel right after you get out of the shower is
That's a
the
good one.
best.
I
So
like that.
yeah,
So good.
yep, that's me.
Nice.
What are you about?
All right. What do you
What do you
bop?
about, boo?
What do you
dog?
bop? Boo ba da ba doo ba da bow.
I was gonna say, what about you, boss? But
What about the boo da bows? All right. So let's run through this. Feel, that one's an easy one for me. Sand. Hot sand. Warm sand.
sand.
Not hot. Warm.
I didn't think about
Warm sand.
sand.
Ooh,
Man.
nicest feeling I've ever felt in the world. Smell. There's two. I don't know. Like a wood shop.
Oh, like
it's
some fresh
cedar.
cedar.
Cedar, yeah.
yeah.
Like a rich mahogany.
So good.
Yeah.
Rich mahogany.
You gotta say that extra slowly.
Rich mahogany. Like a sea salt air.
Oh, yeah.
smell
Oh,
the
fresh out
breeze,
from the
sea
ocean and
salt
such.
breeze.
Yeah.
So good. Let's see what else I got. A taste. Fuck. I'm gonna come back to that one. Sound. I'd have to go wave breaking, like waves breaking against
Oh, yeah, that's super relaxing.
like waves crashing. That would
Oh, for
kind of be
sure.
like my big one.
For
like
sure.
if I could wake up to that sound, I'm good. The next closest to that would have to be like running water, like a stream. Running.
Yeah, like
That
a
would be
river.
just below waves crashing.
Yeah.
Because I have this affliction for the ocean and the beach, and it all plays into that.
Yeah.
What else I got? I got taste, and what else left? Taste and sound? No.
Taste, sight,
sight.
and
Taste and
sound.
sight. Oof. Sight.
Sight's a hard one because there's so much like visual input that we get.
Yeah.
It's
I'd
hard.
have to say, I would almost have to go sunset or sunrise, I mean. But at the same time, no, I'm going to change that. Standing on top of a mountain and looking.
Yeah.
That's got to be, like, I remember standing on top of Pikes Peak.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the most beautiful moments of my life. That was fucking nuts. You see all these colors and everything. You see for fucking miles. And it's just amazing. It's super quiet. It's just, that's probably got to be my favorite.
Do you guys ever go to Devil's Lake?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
all the
Oh,
time.
I go up there all the time, and I love just like sitting up there
Yeah,
on
go
top
up to,
rocks.
what is that,
Dude.
Devil's Door?
Yeah,
Yeah,
On top there?
So
Yeah.
perfect.
I think you got a couple pictures out there.
Oh, God, yeah.
I took a
That's where we used to go camping all the time.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, that's a
just-
great view.
What's my last one?
Taste.
Taste.
Taste is your last one.
Again, I probably would have to go
Butt sluts.
butt sluts. No, I probably would
Salt
have
water.
to go. Seriously, I'd have to go like the taste of like sea
Salt
salt
water
air,
on the upper lip.
like sea salt air, like where you get a little bit of like what I don't know if it's like the foliage. You get like the tropical foliage
Right.
mixed with like that sea salt, a little bit of citrus from like oranges and such.
Yeah.
Just right there.
So crack open a fucking bottle,
It's like
slap that into a fucking napkin.
slap it into a napkin. Know what I'm saying?
Dude.
I don't know. Taste I could probably change. That one I would have to think more about, I think. But that would
See,
be my go-to, right?
sure.
I'm a huge foodie, so like when I think
dude.
about food, like I have a hard time distinguishing like what's my favorite flavor.
Honestly.
Of food? Yeah, fuck. I couldn't pick one.
No,
I think-
honestly.
Favorite flavor
Tacos.
of food?
Tacos
Or
would
my
have to be my
favorite
food
food.
group.
You know what? I notice a lot of people don't like grapefruit and peaches around here.
A lot of people don't like grapefruit.
I fucking love grapefruit.
peaches,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, I love peaches
I
too,
could eat
yeah.
a peach for hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
ladies, my boy can eat a peach for hours. Butt sluts.
Butt sluts.
Front butt sluts.
I think that would if I had a genie, that'd be one of my wishes. Just have like an ever growing peach, so that way you can just keep eating it like forever.
Like James.
Yeah.
James and the Giant Peach.
Walker
What
and
a
the gigantic-
weird, eclectic, ahead of its time movie that
Oh my
was.
god, yeah. But
Well,
that was
it was a
Burton,
book.
wasn't
It was a.
Well, yeah, the book too. But like the
Burton-
movie,
Burton
the art
did-
style of the movie.
Am I wrong in that? Tim
Tim Burton? Yeah, I think
That's
he did.
Tim Burton.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
James and the Giant
With
Peach.
all that,
Because I'm pretty sure
practical
Helen Bonham
puppets
Carter's in
and
that,
stuff.
and she's in all of his movies. Cause
Who?
they're,
She's the
Oh,
Spiders.
the girl that
Yeah, I
plays
think so.
his
His wife and everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bellatrix Lestrange.
Bellatrix. Yeah,
Sesh,
that's what I was trying to
yes.
think of. Yeah.
I was thinking of the woman who owns the meat pie shop and
Oh, yeah,
or
and
the,
Sweeney Todd.
or the chick from Fight Club.
yeah.
That's her.
She's in
She
Fight
looks
Club?
like hot trash in that
Yeah.
movie though. So
What is she in Fight Club?
she's the one that screws Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah!
one.
Wow, I have not seen Fight Club in a
Yeah,
while.
she's-
Wow.
Was it her that
I haven't
walks out
been
with,
fucked like that since
fucking
grade school.
Wow.
gloves?
Well, I don't
That's
talk
her.
about Fight Club because,
What's Fight Club?
well, number one rule.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. Thank you. Awesome. All right. So, are you guys ready for the next one?
Yes, let's do this.
All right. Let me get this up here. All right. This one's interesting. We were just talking about this earlier too. Do you think that ambition is inherent or a grown trait?
Oh, that's grown.
You think ambition is grown?
Ambition has to be grown.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you could be put in all the circumstances in the world to go out and do what you want to do, but if you don't take advantage of that, then it's not going to happen. Like,
So you don't think you don't think there's a situation in which you could be born in which it's an inherent trait? Like think of like Warren Buffett's kids.
yeah, but think about this though. Like, what if one of Warren Buffett's kids are just like a total like, burnout or something?
Well, actually, that's an
Something
interesting
like that.
one because he did not give his kids a whole lot of money to start their own thing.
Right,
He
right.
basically gave them like what to us what would be like $1,000 and said, "Here you go.
Yeah,
figure
go
it
do
out."
your shit.
And then once you figure it out, then the funds get released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, all right, I would agree with that though. I think
Yeah.
it's definitely a grown.
Yeah.
I don't
do
think
too.
it's an inherent. I mean,
Maybe I'm just having a hard time putting words to it, but yeah, it's really something that you have to like persevere through because it's like an uphill battle to keep that
Yeah.
ambition going, and so you have to really know how to push yourself.
really,
Yeah,
I
you
feel like
have to
owning a
have the
company is like
enthusiasm.
super easy.
See, it gets,
Fucking
I
not.
can see the look on his face.
I will say this though, it gets easier with time because you get used to that
get
uphill
it.
battle. Like
Well,
after
yeah.
a while, it's like
Actually,
it's like when you work a muscle and like all of a sudden that muscle's
Yeah.
stronger. That's exactly what it's like when you keep
if
pushing.
you
through.
actually, I mean, in all honesty, you really get addicted to it.
You do?
get addicted
Oh my
to that
God.
downfall almost. You're like, yo, I'm so excited for this next pitfall because I can't wait to burst through that
Yeah.
pitfall and find out what's on the other side.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
exactly
I agree with that. But you have to have that mindset to be able to know that like, hey, shit is not gonna go right. Nothing is an overnight success. Get ready for the shitstorm.
Yeah.
And to get put into the suck.
Get put into the sun.
Yeah,
I like that.
that's it. But what do you think, Drake?
No, I'd have to agree. It definitely, I think through adversity is where you find your strongest key points about your personality and stuff. And you really gotta want it. Anything and everything that you want to work towards, whether it be a promotion or, with a company or something like that, there has to be a personalized driving force behind it. You can't just start the process, walk in the door, and expect it to just happen.
Right.
There has to be initiative. There has to be
But here,
a singularity.
now that I'm thinking about this, though, now that we're talking about this, to play devil's advocate, what about, like, children?
What do you mean?
Children have no... Look at any child, pretty much. They're all from different backgrounds, but all of them have some sort of ambition in life. Ask them what they want to be when they grow up.
It's all about
They'll
exposure.
say, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a firefighter.
Yeah.
That's ambition at its core. Is it ambition on our level as adults? No.
No.
But as a child, that's ambition. So that you could make a case that it's inherent, but then as we grow older, we
It's
lose it.
adaptive. Yeah.
And you either choose, it's almost like taking two paths. Like either you choose to keep the ambition and drive, or you choose to let it go and then become stagnant. Not stagnant, but you choose to roll with life rather than make it your own bitch.
Absolutely.
So you can make a case for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actually, that is a pretty strong case. I think the one thing I would say to that, though, is that there is a difference between ambition and, like, end goals. Because, like...
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, I can have a goal to, be a millionaire or whatever, but if I don't have the ambition to put myself
get
there,
right.
then there's no chance.
That's just a dream, right?
But, kids can have, the idea of saying, like, oh, hey, like, I want to be a firefighter or a Jedi or I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, whatever,
Right, but when
that
do you
moment in
reach
time-
that point of, because a kid, a 5-year-old kid who says, hey, I want to be an astronaut, as a 5-year-old, there's not a whole lot you can do to turn that into an ambition. You don't have the mental capacity, you don't have that structure in your mind to decide what the right path is to make that, an ambition versus a dream. So when does that deciding factor come? It's got to be, when you're, and I'm sure it's different with everyone.
Right.
Age, it's a different age that everyone reaches that point.
Right.
But at its core, that is sort of ambition. I mean, because you can't distinguish between ambition and a dream at that young of an age. So you have to put it in the category of ambition because they can't make a structured decision whether it is or not, or whether to pursue it or not.
Right.
Yeah, and I agree with you, but I would say that it would fall more along the lines of probably like inspiration. So through that inspiration of finding something, because I'll use my nephew as an example. I can tell you I've watched that child go through firefighter, Jedi, Sith, archaeologist, and he currently wants to be a paleontologist.
Sweet.
Super young. Why the fuck you would go into that? I have no idea. But dude, cool. Let's go to a couple museums.
Yeah.
Keep that fucking that inspiration going, or that vision, I guess. But I think that external stimulus carries a lot of weight with that kind of thing, especially in such a developmental stage.
I agree with that 100%.
Because that goal or that dream is gonna change. I mean, that perspective changes as you progress and you learn and you adapt through all of your exposure that you get through your life.
But are those external stimuli, are those what creates the ambition? Because so he wants to be a paleontologist.
Yeah.
It wasn't external, and I don't know, but most likely going through those phases, was it external things that made him choose that? Or was it he just was like, I want to do this now, and now let the external stimulus take control?
See, and I think with exposure at that young of an age, I think it is by a moment-to-moment basis, because up until, with Ali, my other nephew, he was terrified of motorcycles. We went camping over there one time, and he was like playing with the bikes. I got him up there, let him play with the engine and stuff, like revved it for him. And after that exposure, that kid is a little fucking biker. like that's all he wants to do is ride motorcycles, and he wears this denim jacket that we got for him, and like the kid is so enthusiastic.
Yeah, but that's
about
not.
it.
But that's not. That falls out of the realm of ambition. That
No,
falls
absolutely.
more
But
into.
it's, I'm saying that with that kind of influence and that kind of exposure can in turn create that ambition if they wanted to carry through with that, because there has to be a level of interest. There has to be
I
a
guess
level
so.
of drive.
But
that creates-
and here's the other reason I play devil's advocate with it,
Yeah.
because I look at my own life, and I've known since I could think for myself that, hey, I don't want to live the typical life. I don't want to work a 9 to 5 for
when did you
somebody
make that
else.
distinction?
I've always thought that. I've always known. Even going into high school, I knew that there was like, hey, it's that people call it the typical millennial mindset of like, hey, you think you're special,
be something.
but it really was. I mean, that was for me. It was like, hey, I don't want that regular shit.
Right.
I've seen it. It's not for me.
So that would be your inspiration.
I guess so. Yeah, it would. Be. So I guess that could be grown. Yeah, because it was external stimuli that would have caused me to think that way, I guess. I don't know. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, it is super
Because like
interesting.
immediately, like off the bat, you'd think it's grown. You know, like it just seems like pretty
Yeah.
basic
Yeah.
that hey, it's grown. But then you start to think about it, and you're like, well,
But that's what's so weird about that
like,
that
what-
conversation is because like with it being grown or inherited, I mean, like you had said and touched on that everybody's growing years or developmental years has different lifestyles. I
yeah.
mean,
But what about people like Beethoven?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
Like that
savants and
was that
stuff like
grown
that.
or was that inherent?
Well, see, that wasn't really necessarily a passion, and also Beethoven's dad was also like really forceful about him practicing.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it?
It's like the
Yeah, he's like
Jacksons.
He would like beat the shit out of him if he didn't
Dude,
practice.
Shit,
So-
I-
It's like
so
the
it's like
Jacksons,
Michael
man.
Jackson, yeah.
And it's all about it's that influential push. But I will say I am a firm believer in inherited skills.
Oh,
I think
oh,
that
yeah.
genetically there are skills and traits that get passed down that are beneficial.
Well, that's proven.
But
I
I
mean,
don't
that's an
think-
yeah,
evolutionary
absolutely.
trait.
But
That's
I,
kind of
but I do
proven.
not think that ambition is a skill.
No,
No,
absolutely not.
you're right. It's
Yeah.
not. I mean,
That
it's in
is-
its own
that is something
category.
that is developed. That is something that is chosen. That is something that.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Ambition is
Adapt to.
definitely a choice.
Ambition is
Yeah,
chosen.
that's-
Yeah, I could see.
think-
So that would mean. So that means it's grown.
I think
And
as a whole,
obviously-
ambition actually equals choice.
Yes.
Like that's
Yeah.
the whole point of ambition is that
Absolutely.
you have to have that drive and that push forward.
Yeah, to kind of go against the flow.
Yeah, so it's all like a conscious choice.
That's true.
Absolutely.
So it's got to be. Well,
I think by its nature as itself, it has to be like a choice.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we don't
definitely.
instinctually do anything outside of the trifecta: food, fucking, shelter.
yeah. So your
Like,
inherent
get a job.
abilities.
Make
So
sure
your
you have food and
inherent
shelter.
abilities are not conscious decisions.
Right.
They're
It's an extension.
automated automated parts of existence.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause
I,
every
if
task
you
is
look at it
fun.
from that way, I definitely would agree. Like breathing,
Yeah.
you're not breathing consciously.
Yeah, no.
You know, you're
Yeah.
just doing it. So if ambition was inherent, it wouldn't be a conscious effort.
No.
It would be
You would just
you're
do
just
it.
ambitious.
Yeah.
That's it. And then everybody's ambitious
Yeah.
To a certain degree, though.
to a certain degree.
It's
So
more-
yeah, then you get into that realm.
Ambition is more of a spectrum at that point
Yeah.
too, because people have different levels of it. So
Yeah. So do you say if it is inherent that everyone has a level of ambition, but they choose how far on the spectrum they go with that ambition? Everyone has the ambition to get their own. Well, not everyone, but most people have the ambition to get their own apartment or
Right,
their own
right.
house. They have that ambition.
Right.
That's not a skill. That's
No.
that's an
That's survival
ambition
at
to
that
do.
point.
That's a
Yeah.
survival trait.
Yeah.
So at that level, is it inherent? That's a
No, and
that's a
I-
question,
That's a
man.
loaded question.
That is a loaded question.
110% agree that there are different variants and different spectrums, and I hate to use this as an example, but in The Incredibles, Syndrome says something that was really fucking interesting that to me is super fucking true is when everyone's super, nobody is. And with that mentality,
Damn. That was
can't-
deep.
Well, no, like
I mean,
serious,
coming
like-
from a cartoon, that was fucking
Incredibles
spot
was
on.
amazing.
This
Let's
conversation.
Let's think of the era of fucking cartoons and movies that we got from Pixar
Yeah.
and Disney, man. Like that was at its core some of the greatest influences that we got outside of like the sexist bullshit from like the Disney princesses stuff. But like,
Did you wait? Hold on. Backtrack. Disney princesses made us think that sex is bullshit?
No, the usual depiction that they had for Disney princesses back, like Snow White, that all that fucking shit,
about
like damsels in distress.
The
The precursor stuff where it was like that time period going into Walt Disney was still a jag.
Like, it's okay to make out with a knocked out girl?
Yeah, that's cool.
Snow White. Bam.
Also, was Walt Disney a Nazi? Or was that
Just jumping right
was
into
he a
it.
sympathizer?
No, let's be honest. He's still frozen in a bunker somewhere.
I mean, lot of evidence going both ways on him.
It's that.
I haven't done enough
anti-
research
yeah.
myself to actually, like, go either way.
Well, that'll be next episode.
Next time, I'll do my research.
Yeah, you hear about so much anti-Semitic stuff that it's like I don't know.
It's interesting. All right.
There'd have to be a lot of research done to really be able to give an opinion on that.
I feel like people also throw around the word Nazi like a lot.
Yeah, too much. Nowadays it's way
You
too
must
much.
be a Nazi.
Yeah. Nowadays, if you disagree with anything, you're a Nazi.
Yeah,
pretty much.
exactly.
All right, so
if
here's
you don't fit
another-
my agenda, you're a Nazi.
Right.
That's exactly what it is.
Here's another question that leads into that.
Anarchy.
What is one conspiracy theory that you kind of pretty much believe?
Oh, I was gonna say I got a big
Okay.
one
Well-
that's not gonna make a lot of people happy.
We'll do that one next. But one conspiracy theory that you're like, yeah,
Ooh.
that might have happened.
So I'm like
There's a lot.
super into conspiracy theories, so
Yeah, I'm
this might
kinda
take me a
into
second.
What do you got, Drake?
Honestly, I think it's tough, man. That's so tough because there's so many different
There's a lot nowadays.
conspiracies. Yeah, I think the one that would you say disagree or agree with?
Agree with. The
Agree
one that
with?
you think like, hey, that might be real.
Well, it's not necessarily a conspiracy, but I know. Like I don't know. There's something about the way that media works for like the cover-ups and everything else. Just how everything is
Covering up stories with bigger stories.
continuously, and not even like bigger stories, but they flood the market
With
with,
a certain
shit.
story,
Does
yeah.
anybody remember Ebola?
True.
What the fuck happened for those
Yeah,
2
it
months
just
where
disappeared.
Ebola and those 4 people were sick?
Yeah, and it just disappeared after that.
Poof,
Fell off
nothing.
the plane of existence.
Nothing.
That's true.
Like nobody wants to talk
What were
about
they
how
cover-
Bourdain was fucking killed after saying something about the Clinton family.
I don't think that
Nobody
was real.
wants to talk
I think
about that?
I think that was
I
a
don't know,
false
man.
tweet.
That's what I know.
I think that was a fake tweet.
I know, but like that's the kind of stuff, dude. Like the media has an agenda on
Oh,
either
yeah.
side of the
They
spectrum.
ha- yeah,
they have an
they
agenda,
have to.
and they're going to be swayed and paid off by whoever the fuck
Yeah.
wants them to stop talking about stuff, or
It's
to
true.
create a fucking red herring over here, throw some
Yeah.
smoke here while we do shit here.
That's true.
That's
False
like-
flagging, son.
Yeah.
False flagging.
That's like the only real conspiracy theory that like I've latched onto,
Yeah.
and I agree with
I
110%.
think that one's pretty much At this point, I think we just put that so it's just proven.
I just don't watch the news.
Yeah, neither do I. Fuck that. Listen to podcasts; they're better. Hey yo, shameless plug.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. All right, how about you, Walker? What do you got?
Man, you guys ever do any research on the Federal Reserve? by
Yes.
chance?
Oh yeah, how it's a total phony.
Oh, my God, yeah.
There's no money in the Federal Reserve.
Oh no, not that. How the Federal Reserve literally runs the entire world.
Oh, and how it's a privatized company and it shouldn't be called the Federal Reserve because
Yeah,
it's
That's
privatized.
exactly right.
Yeah.
So,
And that's true.
That is a actual fact.
Federal
Yeah.
Reserve is not owned by the federal government,
No.
folks.
And that's what is also kind of terrifying is because like anybody that's like so think of it this way: we all elect a president, right? Like,
Yeah.
we all elect our officials and such.
Or do we? I'm just kidding.
When was the last time that you ever did
Russia's
anything
in-
that affected the Federal Reserve?
Nothing. Nothing has ever
Which means
affected
that
the Federal
they
Reserve.
are constantly in control of everything because the American dollar is everywhere, right? Except for So I have to say that
I've
the
never heard of a
damn.
monetized influx.
That,
like it's always been at the same fucking level, always been something to lean on.
but they're always printing out more money, creating more debt, and purposely getting people under their control.
I've watched a couple videos on like
Yeah,
the Federal
it's-
Reserve. It's some fucked up shit going on over
I would love to talk more about it. I don't have all the information on me right now, but I was totally like freaked out about it the first time I did some research. So,
Yeah, that's iffy.
Yeah. Also, if I am found dead in a ditch.
Yeah. If
tomorrow,
any of us are found dead, this is archived. So, yo,
I thank you already.
John McAfee, did you see what the fuck that guy's doing right now?
No, what happens?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I'm missing out on
Yo,
something.
he is on a private yacht and he is archiving everything that's occurring. He is like outing CIA agents for working with like Sinaloa cartel members and shit to like, yo, he's going off on Twitter. And he's like, if I'm found dead or captured by the US government, there's 31 plus terabytes of information that will be leaked. Like, he's WikiLeaking the fuck out of this shit. He's saying names, he's posting pictures.
Wait, so he's talking about like CIA operatives that are like undercover?
He's saying like, yo, he's saying shit about like, cause he's wanted for murder apparently.
Oh, shit.
Him and his wife in Puerto Rico. I don't remember where, but he's wanted by the U.S. government. He's saying this is why the U.S. government wants me. Here's the proof of what I've been saying for years.
Yeah.
He's going. Look at his Twitter when we get done here.
Yeah,
Look at his
we'll check
Twitter.
it out.
This motherfucker is going off, and I don't know if he's just ranting. I don't know what it is. But it's fucking funny to watch.
There's got to be enough influence to go out to international waters to start archiving stuff.
I don't know. Maybe he's just nuts. The guy's rich as shit. He created McAfee security system. This guy's rich as fuck.
He's pulling a Snowden. You know, he's getting out of the country, doing what he needs to do.
It's nuts.
You know, but like I said, I don't know much about this guy or the situation right now. So
Yeah,
I'll
no,
just
you need to look it up.
We'll
It's
look it up
fucking
here in a
nuts.
little bit, so that way I'm.
John McAfee. He's an interesting guy because he's been a huge proponent of Bitcoin since it came out, and now there's like a whole big thing with that too. I haven't looked too much into that because there was the guy that just came out that tried to say that he was the creator of Bitcoin. He's the real creator, and then John McAfee came back and. I don't know if he was saying he was the real creator. I don't know. I didn't look too far into that aspect. I don't know what that whole debate is about. That one's interesting too. But yeah, look at his Twitter. It's fucking nuts right now. But I would say from my conspiracy theory, JFK.
JFK?
Yeah. I mean, they've kind of proven that he could make all those shots.
Yeah.
And the magic bullet, I don't really believe because it's like, bullet, when it hits bone, it's going all over the place. You can't predict where a bullet's going to go. So that one makes sense that
Especially
that could
during
occur.
that era of forensics.
I mean, that could occur. I get that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
Yeah,
It just was really weird, you know? There was a lot of stuff going on before that. A lot of people had it out for him.
Yeah, I mean,
that was just kind of weird.
I don't know.
It's iffy to me.
I think, well, if we're gonna stay on this topic, I think I agree with that 110%, and it kind of leads into still within the political end. And I'll ask you guys a question: why did we invade Afghanistan and Iraq?
Yellow cake uranium was Iraq. Well, this last time, 2000s?
2000s.
Well, because after 9/11, they had said that yellow cake uranium was being produced in Iraq, right?
What about Iran?
Well, we never invaded Iran.
Why did we occupy them?
We haven't, have we? Have we gone? Have we officially gone to war with Iran?
Not war.
No.
Why did
We've occupied.
Yeah. One word.
Why did we occupy?
Iran.
Heroin, really?
Yeah.
I think it's the heroin market
Absolutely.
that they're controlling?
Iran is one of the world's
I
largest.
thought that was Afghanistan.
Mm,
It's one of those.
Yeah,
it's one of
either-
those
it's
countries. Right
it's either,
there.
it's yeah,
In the
it's one
Middle
or the
East.
other. I'm a fucking
Interesting.
fucking
So,
asshole.
so you
But
think
that's
it's like
world's
you think it's
largest
between
production of
you think it's
poppy.
between the United States government, the cartels of Mexico, and
It's a
and the
complete
Middle
it's a
East?
complete influx because there has to be a level of not necessarily monetization, but there is a limit to the amount of drug
Yeah.
intake that the state makes
They allow
that
a
goes
certain amount
back
to
into
pass.
the
You mean?
system. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And I mean, like, it sounds really like over the top, you know, the fucking making the frogs gay shit. But
Oh shit! Alex
like,
Jones making the
yeah.
frogs gay.
but like there is.
I love
I'm-
conspiracy theory
I know.
talk.
I'm a firm believer that the government allows a certain percentage of drugs to flow in and out, whether it be money in pocket or
Right.
transaction and stuff like that. Might not be direct orders, but I feel like there is an influx that is allowed to pass through to keep a level of sedated population.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck's looking up when all?
Well, here's my other thing. Here's the opposite side of that.
Yeah.
I look at the government and I think they're too fucking stupid to get away with some of this stuff. But
or we are.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just look at like we can't even fucking make a country function. But then on the opposite end, it's like, do they want to make a country unite and function? Because then you've created a powerful people, not a powerful, government.
Well, the government understands one thing, and you can learn this from watching the movie Men in Black. People are stupid. A person is smart.
Smart.
Yes.
One of my favorite sayings. Gravest saying.
Which means that, individually people are very intelligent, but the second that you get them in a crowd, which is what the government does,
Sheeple.
Then they don't know what to do.
You know what's a crazy one that I don't understand why it doesn't get talked about more? How did ISIS get created? We had Al-Qaeda that we were fighting for so long. How did ISIS get created?
We trained those soldiers.
Yeah. We funded. They were Iraqi freedom militants before.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, cool, we have guns and money now.
Yeah.
We run this.
Well.
Like, what?
No.
What?
That influx with any militant history. I mean, because you're always when you go to aid or occupy, you tend to bring in and train locals. You have to. I mean, especially when there's areas of high traffic and stuff like that, you have to have your own mock-on-mock militia group, and that's just sheer militant strategy.
I think people are gonna fucking hate us for these conspiracy
They
theories,
already
but I really
hate
don't
us.
care. Yeah, they do.
But no, I mean, this is just conversation. I mean, this is stuff that you hear all the time, and it's stuff that piques interest.
Yeah.
But it is proven that we had trained those militia members during that prior occupation or the prior overthrow.
The 90s, right? The 90s
Yes.
occupation. What was it, the 80s and 90s during
It was
the...
late 80s,
What
early
war
90s.
was that?
That was,
Didn't we put Saddam in power?
yes.
Right? Where we helped Saddam
We
in
helped,
power?
yeah, because that was
that
I think that's
the
like the
core
80s, mid 80s.
What war was that?
Shoot.
Well, that was...
Was that Desert Storm
I
era?
don't think.
No, Desert...
Was that 80s,
Oh,
90s? Because it was
No,
80s,
no.
90s is when we...
there was
when we
Kuwait,
went
and then
in.
there was, fuck.
Kuwait was when they burned the oil
Yeah,
fields, right?
that's what I'm talking about.
That was Desert
Because Pops was there for
That was
Kuwait.
that was desert. Well,
Hold on a
don't
second,
talk about
guys.
that.
Go.
Blacklist. Don't talk about that.
Sorry to kind of.
No, what?
Just kidding. What?
Sorry to divert this conversation a little bit, but I'm catching up on some of this John
McAfee?
things.
Yeah?
Yeah, and he just posted something on Twitter a second ago. On Friday, I will release the names of 25 congressmen and 5 senators from both parties who are coming up for re-election in 2020 and who must be recalled, and if that fails, booted out of office on election day.
Yeah.
Power corrupts, and corruption is the enemy of freedom.
And also, here's the craziest thing.
He already said, you should have left me alone. 3 hours ago, he said you should have left me alone.
He's talking about people following him, and he's like, "Listen, this isn't for my fans. This is for the people following me. Come closer, and I'm going to show you what's real."
But
also, he's running for president in 2020.
But he did just get 25,000 new followers yesterday. So
He got 25,000 new ones.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm saying. The people are fucking
the thing is,
fed the fuck up with this bullshit.
The thing is, the people want to know what the hell's going on.
Oh, exactly.
It's
It's knowledge.
We should you got to get the president's platform and open it up
Yeah.
and tell people what's really going on. Because knowledge is power. And power is pizza.
It is, but they don't want people to
I love
have
Tyler
power. They don't want the people to have power. That's the difference.
But the thing is,
Or is this just conspiracies for conspiracy's sake, and it's keeping us occupied
It's
from
what this
actually
whole conversation
creating?
Well, no.
is just talking about conspiracy.
I'm saying,
But the thing is, we nowadays we live in the information age.
Yeah.
Dude, literally, nothing but
we are
information
past the industrial
touch
age.
your
We are
fucking
past
fingertips.
the Renaissance. We are now in the industrial.
What's the age after this?
information age.
Yeah.
The recovery, because
Ooh,
that's what it's
I
gonna
like
be.
that.
damn!
It's gonna be the recovery.
Walker's dropping bombs on our show.
You want me to get real about this? It's going to be the
Dude,
recovery.
the
'cause
recovery.
Imagine the downfall when all this information does
Shit
get
hits
leaked.
the fan.
Yeah, but
There's
does
gonna
it
be a
hit the
fucking-
fan?
there's
Look
gonna
at-
be a rebellion.
Look at, we proved, it was shown and proven that the NSA was spying on us through our smart TVs.
Yeah.
And it
Do you think they
was
stopped
in the
doing that on your
news for
phones?
like a
I mean-
week.
That's what I'm talking
And
about.
everybody just gave up. Yo, a government-owned company was spying on the people of a free country, and we didn't do fucking anything.
What do you call credit scores? I mean, credit scores track your financials. You have smartphones in your pocket that track your location and who you contact.
Our country isn't the only one that has that. Like the UK and like that era, or not era, but that area has had CCTV continuously for like the past 15 years.
Yeah.
Where it's been continuous public footage.
Here's what I want to know. How far does the Freedom of Information Act go? Can I just go to the U.S. government and be like,
no.
Hey, bitch, I want a freedom of information. I want to invoke my Freedom of Information Act, please. And I want fucking everything released.
No.
All of it. The moon landing, JFK. The Earth is flat. I'm just kidding. It's not flat. I'm totally kidding. People who believe that are fucking stupid.
Yeah, but why do you think it takes so long to get documentation, like government documents, but they're already littered with reductions?
Well, yeah.
But that's like a public...
And what are those are those redactions? Are they really government, like need for or for not privacy, but for safety, or are they? This is really incriminating, and we need to take this out.
But that's the funniest part: is if there's anything that the government does that's incriminating, why the fuck would they keep documentation at all?
Well,
hey, do you guys want to start a Freedom of Information Act request? Just see exactly what it takes you to.
I'm pretty sure this is how fucking Anthony Bourdain died.
Yeah.
Start your request.
We have gone too far down the rabbit hole, boys.
So what do you want to learn? I'm just going to type in aliens.
Aliens.
What would Area 51 be under? That'd be military.
Is Area 51 real, or is it a cover-up for the real Area 51?
You can see from satellite imagery.
Come on, why make it so known? Why not? Huh? Why not use it as a front?
Forever, man.
Why not use it as a front for the real Area 51? That's somewhere completely else.
You know, at this point, we're, as a species, as a planet, we are too fucking stupid to get any exposure to aliens.
Why don't we just get rid of
they realize how fucking stupid
Why don't we just get rid of conspiracies, get rid of the government?
We could send an FOIA request to Ames Research Center, which is the National Aeronautics and Space It's
called a FOIA request.
So I'm just gonna type in aliens question mark and see.
Aliens?
Oh, you have to go through this whole.
See, I sent.
Well, yeah, you have to.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to say what my previous company or employer was, but we sent FOIA requests all the time. But it was for really simple shit like, hey, we're requesting maps
everything's
groundwater
documented. You can get blueprints and stuff like that, or like fucking building blueprints.
It's just fucking weird.
But it is super fucking weird. But there has.
We should do an entire special episode on conspiracies.
I would love that.
Yeah, I'm in for it.
I'm super down for that.
Like we could. Yeah, if we
can't do it now because we're already an hour deep into this episode.
If we were to like in advance, let's say maybe next or the following episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say we come in next week with some serious
super fucking early.
Some serious research.
If we can.
Guess what else happens next week?
What?
We announce the winner of the contest on the show. Hey, who's gonna win the shirt? Who's gonna win it? Dude. You gotta review us. You gotta recommend us. You gotta go like the Patreon. And there has been people that have liked the Patreon. So they're 5 votes ahead of all of you people that haven't done it yet.
It is just so you are aware, it is a completely shuffled raffle system.
Yes, it is completely randomized.
It's not based on how many things you do or anything like that. Everything that you do to apply or to put in for that shirt is going at random.
I put your name into basically an automated generator. Yes. I have no control over it. I put the names in. I put how many entries for each name, and that's it.
Yeah.
So like if you do the Patreon, you get 5 extra entries. If you do iTunes review and comment, you get an entry. If you do a Facebook review and comment, you get an entry. That's it. That's how I do it.
Simple as that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I throw them into a generator, and whoever wins it.
Yep.
And then we will contact whoever wins it and ask the size and how they would like to receive the shirt.
Yeah.
And we went with the premium material, so it's super soft.
Oh, we fancy.
Nice and soft.
We're fancy.
Yeah, we want our fans to be comfortable, folks.
So like a snuggle up and listen to some more
Yeah.
of what we learned this week.
Yeah. Snuggle up and listen to our conspiracy theories, fool.
Yeah, I'm really about that. I would love to.
Yeah,
I would love to do
I
like
totally
a
do
super
it.
long
I say
episode.
we all pick a topic
Let's
and
just
we
do
come
a
back next
Facebook
week.
Live
and
after
some
this
shit with us.
episode.
I'm all about it.
I'm all
Just
about that.
Facebook Live. We'll Facebook Live it, and then other people can talk to us about their conspiracies.
Hey.
Oh,
I love this.
there
actually.
it is.
Yeah,
Get that engagement from those
Dude.
people, because I'm sure there's some crazy ones we haven't even heard about
That's
yet.
true.
dude, I'm all about this.
I'm in.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Specialty episode.
I
Let's
love
do
it.
this.
Themed.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, we should probably get out of here for
Yeah.
this one, folks. Thanks
All right.
again for
Hey,
joining us
thanks
on
for having
another
me
week.
again,
It's
guys.
always a
It's always a
Thank you.
pleasure.
It's wonderful. Check out Talk Tour. Check out our contest.
Tell your doctors to sign up.
Tell your proctologist to sign the fuck up.
Because you know he misses your butt.
He misses
So.
your butt. All right. Adios, folks.
Bye.